Okay, now I'm going to address a few issues with the sharpness of the knife. Every knife will dull, that's what happens. Steel, there's no, I don't think kryptonite will last forever because no steel's ever been made that good. So we get asked loads of questions on what do I do, how do I sharpen my knife. So today I'm going to address 3 of the most common questions we get asked. This is a honing rod. Honing rods are great for Western style steel. Western style steel is softer than Japanese steel. Western style steel is heat treated to somewhere from 56 to 58 Rockwell HRC. That's the hardness of the steel. Japanese steel is 60 to 62, which means it is a lot harder. This is a test where they get little needles and go bang, bang, bang on the side of the steel and it gets a rating. That means softer steel. When your knife dulls, the edge down there, if you look through a microscope, you'll see the angle will get a slight hook on it, so it'll be hooked away, and what that does, it doesn't take any steel off, you're just knocking it back to the center again, so it will get, your bevel will go back to straight and it will be sharper because you're cutting on the right angle. Japanese steel, 62 HRC, is hard. You can't knock it back to being the bevel like that, so it will stay like that, and so you're wasting your time. So you don't need one of these, you just need stones with Japanese steel. The upshot from that is that will lose its edge very quickly. The Western style, maybe 2-3 months. Japanese steel, it will hold that harder edge because it's harder steel. 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, depending on your usage. So that's the advantage, and you don't need the honing rod. You can go put that in the kids can play with it or something. You just need your stones to get your edge back again. Okay, so we're going to talk about some stones now and what stones you need to use to get your knife back. People get confused, they get lost, they don't know what's what. It's a bit like the sandpaper when you need to get sandpaper back to sand a chair or something like that. The lowest grit, the lowest number is the coarser sandpaper, or in steel's equivalent, stone. Okay, so the lowest we've got here is a 240. That's great for when the knife's, you know, cactus, covered in rust perhaps. It needs a lot of attention, a lot of love to get it back. You've got to go to work on a 240, the lowest grit. Okay, the 1000 grit here is for if you've lost your edge, you know, it's a bit dull, you can feel it's not cutting through, dropping through a tomato the way you'd like, whatever you might be cutting at the time. And you just want to get that edge back again, you've got to hit it on the 1000. Just to hone that edge right back, get it humming again, so it's just razor sharp, dropping through everything. And then the last grip we've got here is 6000. That's just to finish it, just to really get that edge just honed right in, all the micro burr gone. It's almost the equivalent of a leather strop as well. You know, you just strop the edge or get it on a 6000 grit stone just to finish it off, so it's humming, ready to make dinner for you. Okay, so another mistake people make is not knowing how to get the right bevel, holding the right bevel on their knife. So they're like, oh, I don't know what to do, where do I hold it? And yeah, it's an easy, if you don't know, you don't know. So a good thing to keep in mind is something simple that everyone's got at home. My daughter's piggy bank's full of them, a 50-cent coin, okay? So I've got 2 50-cent coins, I've got my stone, I've got my knife. Now, flat, tilt your knife up, put in the 50-cent coins just under there, and that is near enough or close enough to the bevel you're looking for, the angle, which is 15 degrees, and that's where you want to hold it. So that gives you an idea of where it wants to be. You can take them out, and you know you have to keep your knife there for the sharpening at 15 degrees. You keep your hand steady. You can run the butt of your hand over the bench to keep the angle where you want it to be. That's the angle you need, 15 degrees. So yeah, 2 50-cent coins under the knife and you're good to go.